Hi, my name is Samantha Landry, and this is my presentation on Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. A summary of the novel. The novel follows the life of the main character, Victor Frankenstein, who grows up in Geneva, Switzerland. Eventually, Victor's father sends him to university in Geneva, where he becomes intrigued by life and death and isolates himself in his room, where he creates his monster. After actually bringing his creation to life, he regrets it and abandons it. So he created it, it came to life, he got scared of it, and he ran away. The monster, still roaming around freely, sees humans as things that he wants to understand and befriend, but he is rejected by everyone he meets, and he's usually stoned or just followed by an angry mob. When the two finally meet up again, the creature tells Victor about how horrible his life is, and Victor agrees to make him a companion, because he's very alone. Nobody likes him. However, he destroys the she-monster afterwards, so the monster still doesn't get a friend. Victor then goes home to marry Elizabeth, the love of his life, but the monster shows up and kills Elizabeth instead of him on their wedding night. Karma. Victor then vows to follow the monster across the globe. Because, now they're just really angry at each other. Finally, he ends up where the story began, in the Arctic Ocean, and boards Walton's ship. He tells him his story and that they should keep moving, and then dies. So, reasons why Frankenstein is great literature. The first reason is that it has such a great sense of irony. The whole story is extremely ironic, in that Victor spends all his time creating this creature that he eventually brings to life. He has basically created life that no one else has been able to do. He's even been told that it's terrifying and he shouldn't do it, but he does it anyway. And he brings a human being to life. But then, after all that hard work, isolating himself, kind of wasting his life, he abandons it, and just condemns it and doesn't want to ever see it again. And just kind of expects nothing to come of it. Then, the thing that he abandons comes after him, and takes its revenge. So, the whole story is extremely ironic, and the author played that out very well. The next is you understand the monster's life and how alienated he is. The text shows to the extreme point how lonely this monster is, because he looks different, he's scary looking, and everyone has someone else basically, but he doesn't. He has no one else in his life that he can be with or share his life with or even talk to. He's extremely alienated, and that really closely ties into the universal truth that alienation brings great determination, because he turns those feelings of alienation and isolation, how alone he is, into feelings that are negative and vengeful, that he uses to create his revenge on Frankenstein. So, again, the novel shows that very well. Lastly, Frankenstein is a great piece of literature because of how the monster carries out his revenge, targeting those that Victor loves and leaving him with the same alienation. So, throughout the story, or at least near the end, the monster finally starts carrying out his revenge against Victor, and to do so, he kills off everyone that Victor is close to, the first being Victor's really young brother, William. So, after he finally kills off everyone else Victor loves, Victor eventually dies. So, he chose to leave him with the same alienation, again, very ironic, that he leaves him with the same alienation that he felt until the day he dies. So, yeah. The novel lets Frankenstein's monster get his revenge and forces Victor into the same alienation until he dies. In a way, Victor receives his punishment, or just desserts, for not taking care of his creation. Which kind of means he's just a really bad dad. The novel makes people choose who is more pitiful, Victor or the monster, and creates an endless debate. It's up to you to decide. Personally, I kind of think the novel doesn't want you to feel bad for Victor. It wants you to, or feel bad for the monster. It wants you to feel bad for Victor, but it's up to your own decision, up to your own opinion, who you feel more pitiful for. So, as I said, it's up for you to decide. The end. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.